All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Appreciate all the love and support. Man, you know, okay, let me just get to the title of the video. It says medical team reveals Deion Sanders serious health procedure at news conference. Now, Deion Sanders did talk the other day. I was watching I think it was his son's video on Well Off Media, and he was talking about like his health condition. Now, you guys know, I think back to like Chadwick Boseman. Remember he was like, he did a video and everybody was like, man, he looks so skinny. And everybody was, like, is this what movie? Is this for a movie role? A lot of people weren't sure. They didn't really want to speculate. Because, as an actor, I mean, we've seen many actors lose a lot of weight or even gain weight for roles. But something just, I don't know. But he was really, really discreet. And then it came out, we all know what happened. Deion Sanders hadn't revealed what was going on. But, I mean, this man, hey, if you guys don't know, this brother has been through it, man. I mean, been through it. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, when you see his hands, like all his fingers are kind of going back like this. And, of course, the amputation he's had on his toes and stuff. And so, now he has come out and talked about bladder cancer. That's what he was going through, because a lot of people was like, man, what's going on with Deion? It's like, it sucks. You don't want to speculate, but, when you watch a lot of the content, you could just tell when something's like going on. And I know he had lost some weight as well. But he held a press conference and gave an update. I'm just going to check this video out right here. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
All right, Fox News alert to NFL legend and now University of Colorado football coach Deion Sanders. He has just announced that he had a cancerous bladder tumor removed. Sanders says he is now, quote, cured from the cancer. Let's bring in Dr. Siegel, who joins us by phone. As we were reporting earlier on Fox and Friends, he had not noted what was going on, but we knew he was home for a bit and out of the public eye, Dr. Siegel. And now we learned that he was diagnosed with an aggressive form of bladder cancer. But after this surgery, his oncologist now considers him cured. Get your thoughts, Dr. Siegel.
Well, first of all, there's several different types of bladder cancer. The type that you hope for is called transitional cell, and it's treated locally with something like a TB, believe it or not, a tuberculosis-type treatment called BCG. That goes on for a long time. I've suspected that might be what the King of England has, although I certainly don't have any information on that. But when you have the bladder removed like this, it's much more likely a more radical or aggressive form of bladder cancer. What they do, and the viewers are definitely wondering what next, you build a pouch. You either build a pouch from large intestine or small intestine, but you build a conduit that takes the place of the bladder and will empty urine for you. That is something he will have. In the meantime, they use tubes, but they will build that. When they say that he's cured, Sandra, there's about an 80% 5-year survival rate with all kinds of bladder cancer. So it's very good news to hear that they feel he's cured. Yeah. But of course, they're going to be doing constant surveillance and scans to make sure, and they may consider additional treatment like chemotherapy.
Hey, Dr. Mark, it's Trace. I want to play some sound. This is from Coach Prime's doctor. He said the following. Watch.
We removed the tumor. It was very high grade, invading through the bladder wall, not into the muscle layer, something we call very high risk, non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal. We performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder, and I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
I mean, it seems to me like they were very upbeat, Dr. Mark. You got this whole thing where, hey, they're
It's crazy too, because like I said, this man has been through a lot with his health and stuff, and then everything that happened like in the draft, and I just don't know exactly when this started or whatever, but like if you had someone close to you pass away from health reasons, like my sister had lupus, and she was only 20. I've talked about it before, but she was only 26 years old when she passed away. 26. And I always think to myself, man, it felt like she was like mid 30s, early 40s, because she was just so mature for her age. But when you think about Deion Sanders, and you think back about like the football player, they're like they seem superhuman. Cause like when his toes got amputated, in my mind, I'm just thinking about like, damn, like is Deion Sanders ever, like you think of Deion, how fast he was, like is this man ever gonna be able to run again? And he does his jog and stuff. He got them special shoes. But like, after all that he went through, and then you get hit with bladder cancer, man. And it's just like, I know they say he's cured, but it's been times where that's happened and then the cancer shows back up. So I know this is tough, man. And then he got to get ready for this season. This man has been through it. And still in good spirits.
She's in an upbeat tone, and you see Deion next to her, and it seems like they believe they have gotten this thing. Will there be follow-up? Will there be any chemo? And will this affect him coaching this year at all?
Well, first of all, you heard her mention the word robotic. That's state of the art now. I mean, you literally do this through a small incision with minimal blood loss. You can take the whole bladder out. He recovers quickly, maybe even go home the next day. You can send specimens during the operation and do what's called a fresh frozen section to make sure that your margins are clear. Clearly, the margins were clear. Follow-up chemotherapy, that's called adjuvant therapy. That would depend on exactly what the pathology shows. It would be common, but not automatic. I suspect he'll have some additional treatment, and I suspect he will be able to coach this year.
Can you tell us anything about the average diagnosis for something like this? You feel like there's, so many different ages people look out for symptoms, what the symptoms are of this. He was turning, 58 years old, or he will be turning 58 years old next month, Dr. Siegel.
Oh, that's young. And of course, we look for this more in people that are smokers or people that have environmental toxins that they're exposed to. I don't know that that's true in his case. But it's interesting, Sandra, you can miss this easily. And the only way we find a clue, kind of like, Sherlock Holmes, is if you do a urine analysis and you see microscopic blood. This is one of the reasons you have to have regular checkups with your doctor, because we always check urine. And if we check urine and we see microscopic blood, then we do a more prominent workup, and we would look for something like this. Yeah. Cystoscopy is how it might be diagnosed, where you put a scope in.
Well, he says he's back and feeling great. And based on that news conference he gave with his doctor and his medical team last night, looks like he's back and ready for the job.
He's always been a very optimistic, upbeat guy. He's the biggest touter of his team and of doing things the proper way. So he sounds like he's in good shape. Go ahead, Doc.
He was that way as a player, too. Yeah. I think that that's a big factor. I think hope and courage and prayer. All of that factors big time in recovery.
Yeah, and played professional football as well as professional baseball, and just, a great overall guy. Did broadcasting, now he's coaching, and every year he will tell you his team is going to be the best in the country, as you can tell from the way he promoted his son, who he expected to go number 1 in the draft, didn't, but we are glad to see that the doctors are so.
As an athlete, you always have to believe you will win, right?
You have to believe you're going to win.
Dr. Siegel, thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, man. And I seen the clip. I was kind of shocked too. I didn't know that him and what's her name? Carucci. I didn't know they were dating each other. I was like, wow. I thought he was still with what's her damn name? I forgot her name. I think she used to be like Babyface X or something like that. I don't know. That's another story. But yeah, because I saw the clip of her in the hospital crying. I was like, Carucci? Anyway, but yeah, man, when you think about Deion Sanders and you think about like the football player and how fast he was and electric, and he's always dancing and upbeat. I mean, that's never gonna change. But when you would hear him talk lately, it sound like you hear it in his voice, and just like, man, when you see someone who's always up in their spirits, and I believe this man don't drink or smoke, if I'm not mistaken. And you got people out here who are just going, and hey. But man, hey, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, when they were like he's gonna hold a press conference, I didn't know what to expect, man. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was gonna be like, I can't coach this season, this, that, or I'm done because of I knew it was something dealing. It was, of course, we all knew it was something dealing with health, but I just didn't know to what magnitude. But they say the brother cancer free, so yeah. Shout out to the doctors, man. Hey, appreciate y'all coming over. Peace out.